Hey everybody, Jason Burmis here. And I gotta say, in my entire career in documentary filmmaking, in alternative media, in live streaming, whatever you want to call it, even post 9/11, I have never, ever, ever been called a quote unquote fear monger on the level that is happening right now to me. To me. For what? Reporting the facts. And it's a little bit disturbing that there are actually people out there, and if you're one of them, I don't need you in my audience, by the way, that think that nobody has died from this and the entire thing is a hoax. Let me tell you something right now. I hate to tell you this. If I'm the first one to tell you, I know I'm not going to be, but you're fucking mentally ill. That's what you are. You are mentally ill at this point. You are in complete denial of the economic impact that this is going to have on not only the country, but the world. So let's start talking about markets. Then we're going to go over all the latest news in this that I've been accused of fear-mongering for. Okay? And then we're going to talk a little bit about what might be coming. Okay? So last night in the United Kingdom, you saw the markets going down heavily. I was up late. I turned on some of the UK news, the RTE networks, and it was very, very apparent that today was not going to be a great day for the US markets. And lo and behold, when I got over to get my morning coffee and talk to my friend, I get a text that the stock market got closed. I'm like, what? Now think about this. It opens up, I believe it was, isn't it a 9 a.m. open? And by, what was it, 9:34, they completely closed the market. And they had 15 minutes where they made some calls, did a little dicka-dicka-doo, and you saw it start to go up again. Now, right now, we're still not at post 9/11 levels. We will be. We will be. I can't see any other way around it. I'm not fear-mongering to you, but it's very, very obvious. The market is collapsing in front of us. Okay, it's an inflated market. I get it. But to deny that the chain of supply has been broken is to deny reality. Okay? And who knows, they might prop it up a little bit more at the end of the day. They may look into more quantitative easing. QE5 is a very, very real possibility at this point. So I'm going to right now just go through my Twitter feed, and we're going to go through the latest news, okay? And then later on at noon Eastern, in about 40 minutes, we're going to have Emma Fiala on from themindunleashed.com, okay, who I respect. And she's going to give you her viewpoint on what she's seen, not only with the coronavirus, but the reaction to the coronavirus globally, because Saudi Arabia has shut down schools now. All right, this is a real thing. Italy, obviously, and the lockdown of 17 million people, and more New York and New Jersey schools are closing, including Hofstra University and Columbia. And I'm not here to fearmonger. I'm here to tell you what is actually happening and report on it in as real time as I can. Have I said that this virus is going to kill 100% of the people? No. Have I fearmongered about the numbers? No. In fact, we all know at this point that the numbers are underreported. We know that the families in Kirkland, Washington were treated like subhuman pieces of shit. American citizens, they were, period. They still are being. All right? And if you want to argue with me on that, please do. Please do, because you don't have a leg to stand on. So let's just scroll down, and we'll get into the news. Thumbs this video up, subscribe and share if you're new. And please check out my other stuff if you doubt me that I've been all over this. Donald Trump, about 36 minutes ago, lied and said Saudi Arabia and Russia are arguing over the price and flow of oil. That and the fake news is the reason for the market drop. No, the reason for the market drop, on top of all the oil, in fact, they had a member of, I believe, the Saudi royal family on CNBC, okay? I mean, you know, he didn't even know what was going on. Let's get that right out of the way. He was like, I'm not quite sure, and I can't tell you. So the idea that Donald Trump is putting this out, it's playing to the people that are brainwashed into believing he's some kind of superhero, and this is a plan to take him down. Just to let you know, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. Hey, listen, if COVID-19 or coronavirus was a plan to take him down, he'd be dead by the virus, real or not. Okay? That's how they would use this. None of this bullshit about an election coming up and crashing the economy with a virus. I do not believe that. I don't think the evidence supports that. Okay? So let's start scrolling through this. Okay? Iran releases another 70,000 prisoners, but nothing's going on. They released 50,000 prisoners, but nothing's going on. They also had their largest death toll in a day that they're admitting of, I believe, 43 people, but nothing's going on. Nobody's dead, according to the brainwashed morons. Okay? Yeah, because they just let prisoners out of prison in Iran for nothing. And then, of course, you see that dip. Now, that is the dip that happened. Let's just take a look. That is the dip that happened before they, again, did an unprecedented thing. Shut down the stock markets, made some phone calls, and then tried to artificially prop it back up. We'll see what happens throughout the day, but we're definitely going to be paying attention. All right? Period. So let's continue. Let's continue on. All right? So one of the reasons that we're seeing a very slow rollout of school closings, other than to stop panic, especially in New York City, because our numbers are crap. They're 100% bullshit. Remember, as far as we know, the media is telling us now still only 1,600 tests. Obviously, there have been more tests in the last couple days, but they're not telling you the numbers. Before that, it was 1,600 tests, 400 positive. About 25% tested positive for whatever, okay? That's the reported numbers. So let's keep scrolling into this. And as you can see, Italy also saying that their death toll went up by 133 in one day yesterday. Okay? These are the numbers they're putting out. I'm not putting them out. Okay? I need people to see this. Now, Saudi Arabia is halting travel. And travel bans, that's going to hurt the economy. Trump, stop lying about it's oil. No. It's school closures. It's business closures. It's large events like South by Southwest being canceled. It's travel being canceled. Na Nostra, good morning, sir. Stay safe out there. Thank you for the super chat. And guys, I just want to remind you, while we keep going through this, I can't do this without you. I'm going to put this in here. 5, 10, 15 bucks, big donors. I still got bills. You know, I still got to pay my rent. And doesn't matter where the economy goes, I got to write that check. So if you value independent media that's going to be brutally honest with you and not peddle fear, because I'm not telling you you're all going to die, I'm telling you things are changing and that you're going to see a domino effect in school closures. New York will probably be the most severe, that in California, possibly Washington State, by the end of the week. But you got to remember, the public perception is all based on what Cuomo, de Blasio, CDC, WHO is telling the people. That's our basis. I'm telling you, I have confirmed that phone call that we played 3 weeks ago about positive COVID-19 tests in Buffalo was real. I confirmed that yesterday. I am telling you that there is a case here in Oneonta in Otsego County that was just diagnosed in Fox Hospital this Friday, and you will not hear about that for days. For days. Okay? I don't believe we're going to hear about it today. I expect that they'll start admitting that in upstate New York and other places Wednesday to Friday. Mark my words. That's not fear-mongering. All right? I know the nurse that was in the room with the guy. Okay? So, again, here we go. I'm sorry, I said 43. It's 49 new coronavirus deaths. Single highest day toll in Iran. Okay? Now, some people have been all over me. I'm gonna mute this guy when we see it because I'm not gonna put out what he says. But I think it's important that people see the military rolling in. Okay, I think it's important that they see that U.S. citizens are taking note. Okay, so here we go. Dev Rod, he's got a super chat. Thank you so much. He says countries gain nothing and lose everything. If they are honest about numbers, economy hurt, panic, and travel restrictions await the honest countries. Exactly. This is the slow rollout. I hate to tell you, but right now you are the frog in the boiling pot. You're there. You were 2 weeks ago. You're there, stretching out. Feels good. Feels like a sauna. The economy's at the top in the United States. It's never been better. And then the heat starts getting turned up, but you're not noticing. It's a little hotter. It's a little hotter. It's a little hotter. And then the next thing you know, you're boiled up and over and you were not paying attention. And you can call me a fearmonger for that, but no, 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 no. No, 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 no. These are real military convoys, and you know we've been reporting on it. So Kim.com, who I respect, may not agree with all the time, but he's saying buy crypto and gold. Crypto's crashed quite a bit, and it probably will continue to until people start using it as a person-to-person barter exchange more and not converting their crypto or selling it for cash. Because now we're in a very real situation as even bank stocks fall that we may be closer to the first ever bank holiday that my generation sees. Now, this is a biocontainment unit in Italian military transport. Once again, you could call me a fearmonger for showing you this, but this is not the set of a Hollywood movie. This is reality, okay? That's what we're at. I just want to let everyone know. And as I told you, I do not believe Sunni Oniana will come back. Hofstra University out, all right? Russell Brand, the comedian, yesterday. This is the new cancel culture. Forget about the social justice warrior, I'm mad at Holly weird bullshit, okay? Or how dare someone say that? This is not a left, right, conservative, liberal issue. This is a very real and human issue at this point, okay? There are nurse whistleblowers that are writing op-eds complaining that they can't even be tested and they're going home to their families. It's not everyone gets a test. All right? And as you can see, New York and New Jersey began closing schools yesterday. Now, New York's in the spot because if they close their schools, they have 100,000 plus homeless kids in the city alone. Think about that. What do you do with 100,000 homeless that can't go into the school system if they shut those down? It's a good question. I don't have the answer for you, but I'm telling you that's what the public is putting out. That's what's publicly available. You know, this poor man, I watched this. This is heartbreaking, and if you show the thread, you can see the Italian translation. But he's been in a home with his sister, who unexpectedly died from the coronavirus, and he's just there. No one will come and take her. He's there for 24 hours. He's mourning. This is disgusting. Human beings being treated. I get it. You didn't mind when it was China because they look different, right? They look different. It's a different state. And as I covered it, it got more and more and more worrisome. And once again, people really got mad at me for playing a PR person, a public information officer for this Kirkland assisted living facility, admitting that somebody went from 0 symptoms, asymptomatic, to having a fever within an hour, to being in the hospital within 3 hours and dying. 4 hours from being diagnosed with anything. Dead. That's something we should know. That's something we should know. We should know that that place was not really under quarantine. We should know that actually it looks like 30 plus deaths out of that facility since February 19th. And again, I've suspected that this has been around a lot longer and being misdiagnosed as the regular flu. All right? So, again, and you can watch this. This poor man, if you go and show this thread, let's see if I can get the whole thread here. If you see what I retweeted, okay? I believe that this man was the healthy Asian, and you look at this, and you see what happens to his lungs. I don't know why videos don't want to load like on time anymore, okay? And remember, in China, they're using CT scans to diagnose this. This man who wants to be transferred, I believe it's the same guy, to Mount Sinai Hospital. All right, let's go down. I don't even want to show you the biocontainment unit there. Tell me did that retweet get taken down? Oh boy. It looks like they took it down, guys. I played it yesterday. Played some of it, right? I don't know if I played it on there, but it looks like that's taken down. There's a man begging for his life. It was trending yesterday, and I believe I retweeted it. Maybe it's even lower. I guess that's a possibility. I don't think it is. Where an Asian man, an Asian American, was basically dying there, and no one wanted to help him. No, they took it down. And I retweeted that 100% yesterday. No doubt about it. So if you don't think information's being managed, if you think I'm a fearmonger, I'm sorry, but I'm not. You're out of touch with reality. Let me just show you some of the people that are really out of touch with reality. This woman is completely out of touch with reality. All right? And I'm sorry, Nikki Snacks, but you're worshiping Trump as though he's a superhero and can do no wrong. Progressive policies have had such a negative effect on New York and California. This isn't about fucking progressive policies. A Democrat told me Judicial Watch was unreliable and Project Veritas takes things out of context. What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like this woman totally attacking the truth. I don't believe this at all. The media is pushing this story. It's BS. That's true 100% of the time. The media would remain silent and let us die if this were true. They are letting people die, you mentally ill moron. They are. And that was by the way, that's a response to the Italy story. They just locked down 17 million people. Okay? Here we go. Oh, yes, BBC is total propaganda. If this virus were so deadly, the media would repeat COVID virus is deadly as a conspiracy theory that has been debunked. They're already telling you it's not that deadly. They're telling you to remain calm. What are you thinking? I mean, here we go. Definitely pushing fear intentionally, causing hysteria and panic to crash Trump's economy. She's in love with Donald Trump. She's out of touch with reality. Okay? And there's a lot of people like this. 6th straight tweet pushing fear of the COVID common cold. It's not the common cold. It's not the common cold. Say it with me. It's not the common cold. Deaths are due to elderly people with chronic health conditions already. And you know, we talked about that woman in Nebraska. Now, there are some people that saying she's special needs. There's some people saying she did have breathing issues. There are some people saying she didn't have breathing issues. She's still 32 years old. All right? Yes. Port Film Co-op says, but Jason, you were downplaying this days ago and saying James Corbett was the same saying on the coronavirus. Yeah. Listen, in Japan, they closed all schools. I think that people should go check out the James Corbett interview. My position has not changed. I have not told you that this virus is any more deadly than what I told you when I interviewed James Corbett. I am simply reporting the information around it. Did Jason Burmis make the fucking economy crash today? No, he didn't. Yet, we talked about the supply chain being broken a week ago with James, did we not? Was that not important? All right? So, I don't know what these mentally ill people that think I'm telling people to panic is when I click this, and it's probably the market one, right? Or this. Oh, no. Listen, I didn't say panic. I said, know what's going on. They're lying to you in Washington. Be prepared. Have a plan. Have canned goods. Look, let's take a look at what the supply chain really looks like. All right? This is an empty container port in LA days ago. All right? Days ago. Empty. Those things are usually stacked 5, 10, 15 high. Empty. The supply chain is done. Done. There was another video here. Let's see. Is that it right there? I don't want to play long ones. Why are you jumping? I don't need that. This is usually 75 trains day out. Man, I thought there was another video, but I don't know why this thing is just jumping all over the place. Again, go check it out yourself. These videos are real. The ports are empty. The supply chain is broken, period. Period. That's portlandterminal.com. You know, it must be a fake news website. Let's look at some of the other news. The Pope, who a lot of people thought may have contracted the virus, and then they said he did not contract the virus, and then they said they did have a case in Vatican City, gave Mass on Sunday via a live stream of some sort, apparently. So that's interesting. He's staying away. Israel insists on self-quarantine for New York, California, Washington, effort to curb the coronavirus outbreak. They're also stopping a lot of travel. Okay, that's real. But, again, we can't talk about reality. God forbid. We have the New York school closures, and they are getting bigger. Again, like I said, you saw Hofstra jump in after this article came down. And we got a real problem here because people are going to be outraged once they find out the real numbers in New York City and New York State. They're going to be fucking pissed. That's when panic actually ensues, when they tell them the real numbers. Remember, they haven't even announced a death out of New York State yet. We're huge. We're huge. That's going to have a massive effect. So, guys, I think I'm going to leave it at that. I think we're going to talk to Emma from themindunleashed.com. Thumbs this video up, subscribe, share. Remember, my GoFundMe. I mean, this is how I'm doing it. Please, I'm going to put the link here. If you actually like independent journalism that's going to tell you the straight facts, hopefully I'm your guy. I'm not here telling you you're all going to die. I'm not here to tell you this is the end of the world. I'm here to put out the facts as they lay before me and give you my insight. And it's not a conservative or liberal one. I promise you that. So $5, $10, $15, like I said, means the world to me. Big donors out there, the anonymous ones that have been like boosting this up, thank you so much. You're keeping me going. I have to stay on this story. It's the biggest story in the world. It has global implications. This is a slow rollout 9/11 type event at this point, whether you like it or not. Period. It is. It's unprecedented. And you can argue with me on that, but hopefully you'll do so intelligently instead of just being a crazy person or using ad hominem attacks that I'm some kind of like fear porn promoter. Because that's not Jason Burmis, and that's never going to be Jason Burmis. I'm 100% real, and I'm telling you everything I feel in my heart and in my gut. I love you guys, and I will see you in about 20 minutes on the flip side.